All right. Have a great show.
Hey everyone, it's your girl, Miss Red with the Miss Red Podcast Show. Welcome to the highlight of your week. But to be fair, I got to make sure that I get my live people on because they're like, "How do you get on the show? I want to come in." Well, you better come in, but I will put you on live. So just give me 1 second. Okay, so I am live. If you follow me on live, hey, just so you know. So I love the support. I like to be, live. 3, 2, 1. All right. So welcome everyone. You guys can see, I stepped out of the normal. That's like where I do my makeup. This is where I get dressed. So yeah, here we are. I'm happy to see you guys. Let's go ahead and do a little pose. You guys see I'm dressed. I have on my money-making outfit tonight, So let's go ahead and get started with a little 360, right? I have a little more room. I did bring out the chair, so still a little bit of I have candles. I ain't trying to get burned, so let's still do a 360. Let's do a twirl. And this has a jacket to it too. So the bodysuit and a jacket, but and pants, but the pants are a little bit like too big because my waist is itty bitty. So I'm gonna probably hang out a little bit after the show. So I'm dressed to go out a little bit. I went out last week and child the hate, honey, with these young folks, which brings me to the topic. But before we get started, with no further ado, the first thing we're gonna get to is what? What the fuck? Let's go.
Wow.
You out here looking stupid.
Wow.
Why are you tripping?
Girl, he messed up your car.
God. You really out here mad like that, messing up your own car?
His car?
How are you mad at me because you got caught messing with a dude?
Oh, he did it.
Yes, he was. How are you mad at me because of that?
He got a boyfriend.
What is wrong with him?
He did crash out.
You really out here messing up your own car. Messing up your own car. Messing up
It's
your
giving-
own car looking stupid.
It is.
Because you got caught messing with a dude.
Second.
That is crazy. You mad at me because of that? You really mad at me.
Wow.
Okay. Now, I'm only going to address this. That's not really something major because I haven't talked about this topic yet, meaning the DL topic. Let me move this chair back. Hold on. Because I want to spin today. This chair spins. That's why I bought it out of the bag. Oh, there we go. On top of the rug. So I'm going to have a topic about men on the DL. Well, in that situation, his girlfriend, I guess, went through his phone and found some things that exposed him that were didn't look appropriate for things that a man would say to another man. So he was exposed and he just crashed out. Like, why would you crash out if it wasn't true? When you just say, it was nothing, sweetie. I mean, I don't know what you read, but it wasn't nothing. So when someone crashes out, that's basically a sign of guilt, right? So I guess I'm giving you guys like a precursor of the things that I've been looking up so far for that topic. That's what's been happening. turning around on the woman, blaming the woman, crashing out. You're tearing up your own car because your girl found out that you like to do things with men, and she didn't know. And of course, her and her friend, he's embarrassed, ashamed. That's part of the whole DL lifestyle, and that's coming. But I actually want to do that with certain guests with me. So I want to have guests. That's why I'm coming to that. But that's the what the fuck of the week for me. Leading you all into that topic when it comes, because it's coming. It's going to be juicy too. Okay, so last week I had a couple people that wanted to come on and give their opinion about the topic we talked about with the extreme don'ts of the first dates. Oh, no, what am I thinking? Hold on. I didn't do the, oh my God. I'm getting a little bit of blonde Beyonce today. What do you think? I follow her Instagram, her concert, and she was getting a lot of blonde. So I thought I would go a little extra blonde today. You like the extra blonde? Got my candles back here going for peace and prosperity. We want some positive comments. Before we get started, make sure you guys show some love and support for my show by hitting that Cash App. No amount is too small or too big. This will help me be able to bring you guys better and better and better content. All right, so if you think you may want to come on the show and, maybe not come live or whatever, but want to come, be on the show virtually and want to give your opinion, meaning come on live, I can see you in the StreamYard, but it needs to be prior to the show. I can't do that during the show because it's a live show and the show is worldwide. I know you guys don't understand how much work goes into it, but it does. All right. So in that case, we work hard for you guys to be entertained. So drop us some support. All right. All right. So, so I think I've covered that. I'm gonna always come back to certain topics if I think something was missed or whatever. But today, y'all, today, and me dressing today, looking flat like usual. Looking flat. First of all, can y'all see? Let me make sure. DC, am I seeing in the whole camera, in the whole screen? I mean, DC can verify everything. Let me make sure. Okay, because I got my phone here and there. So if I am, I'm good. Thank you, DC. He said I'm good to go. Okay. So, I want to talk about, for myself, something happened last week. So I think I'm going to start with that. It's going to lead into why we're going to talk about this topic. It's not random. All right. Here we go. I'm always going out to promote the Miss Red podcast show. We're going to start with this.
Some of the young women be jealous of the older women because they look better than them. Well, if you leave them drugs alone, leave that look alone, take care of yourself, you'll look good too. Don't be jealous. The older women popping now, 40, 50, 60, and 70. I don't care. You smell good, take care of yourself, everything clean, inside and out. Truth hurt. Take care of yourself. Don't get mad.
Okay, so before we go into any other videos, I have to go throw myself in there to make everything else be valid. I'm going to use myself. I feel like I'm going to use myself. Quick little example about why I got into this topic, because I think it's important. Last week, went out somewhere to promote my show, this show, and promote my episode that I had coming up for episode 8 of the same topic about the don'ts of extreme don'ts of dating, but on my podcast in my studio, not the BFAM studio, in my other platform. Well, I go out to a location. I will not divulge the name because I'm not going to blame the establishment, the lady who owns it is nice, on the ignorance or insecurity of an employee. Well, okay, they call me Beyonce in there, the bartenders and everybody, people who know me. I've never had an issue in there. Well, I go in there and there was a particular employee. I think I've never seen her before. I guess she was either a person who busted tables or waitress. I didn't see her do anything. So I guess she dates or sleeps with the bartender. And I guess he's one of those bartenders that everyone just like, oh, he's so cute. I mean, he's probably my child's daughter. My child's age, both of them. So at the end of the night, it was like I wasn't really paying him any attention. I was just kind of like doing a little Instagram thing about my show. Well, she had a problem with. He was like, "Well, Beyonce's over here talking stuff." I wasn't talking to him. I was on my social media being silly, because actually the GM got me an Uber to go to my car, and she was like, "What's the problem?" I said, "Girl, I know you're talking to me." I mean, I just didn't understand where it was coming from. She thought I was trying to holler at this bartender who is clearly my son's age, my daughter's age, and he was a bartender there. I'm not knocking anyone at all, but I don't think I would be interested in dating a bartender unless you own the establishment and someone maybe called out sick and you're in there to replace someone because but that's not my type at all. But this girl really literally wanted to start beef, and I have the footage of that, but I'm not gonna put it on here because that's not what I'm trying to do, is disparage their situation. I did talk to the owner, and she wasn't happy about it. I'm pretty sure it got handled with. I talked to the GM, but it proves the point of, it's because someone's older doesn't mean other women who are younger, because she was clearly younger. I mean, she didn't look good or didn't look better than me, but just had age. So because someone's older, all they can say is grandma, age, or something like that. So the first man you just saw, a lot of women are killing it at older age. You know what I'm saying? If all you have is your age, but you still got a gut, or you still, are ignorant, or you're still doing all these other things, age, it's just a number on many levels. So I'm going to use this episode to prove that point. Okay. So that first guy started off perfectly. Okay. So by the end of this episode, I hope you guys will be writing in and giving your opinion about this. Now, it's not for everybody, but I know how I like to dress. I'm not going to change how I dress because I'm 51. Okay. Nothing has an age limit. Now, just because it's in my size does not mean I shouldn't wear it. It needs to go by how you feel and you being comfortable. And I'm going to use this as a platform to let women know, just because you're older does not mean you got to go under a rock and die. All right. Let's go to the next one. Point will be proven today. Age is just a number.
I keep hearing all of these young girls hating on these older women in their 30, 35, 40, 45. They eating y'all up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Oh, yeah, you dealing with that old. These young boys is going after these old women because they bad as shit. These little 19, 20, 25-year-olds, they look dirty. They look like they don't know how to wash up properly. They got caterpillars on top of their eyes and all of this snuffleupagus eyebrow and eyelash ish going on. That's why they going after these 35, 40, 45-year-old women. They can't keep these young bulls off their line because the young chicks be washed the fuck up. Your stomachs is big, your backs is big, your hygiene not up to par. And you got the nerve to be hating, yeah, he keep messing with grandmas and auntie. Auntie bad as shit. Auntie bad as shit. In her credit score, top tier. And she know how to suck her. And she submit with no problem. And she not in the bar drinking motherfucking body shots and bottles of Hennessy to the head. And she don't smoke weed, Black and Milds, nor cigarettes. That's why they chasing these old heads. If you an 80s baby, a 70s baby, shit, a 60s baby, and you know for a fact these youngsters is on your line, then you gotta repost this because this is for you.
And honestly, I am one of those women where young guys do try to approach me. I just don't find them attractive. I haven't found one that I felt attractive because I feel like I'm not a sugar mama. I am not a person that I've raised a child, so I don't want to raise another child. And I like men who are stable and not saying young men can't be stable, but for me, it's not very attractive. And last week in the studio, DC can attest to this, talking with Debo. For me, I'm like, ew, with certain things. So for me, I am a grown ass woman with an accomplished career and going to another level with this career and everything else that I'm doing. So for me, dealing with someone that got baby mamas, that drama, wanting to fight me because someone looking at you, because a lot of people looking at me, but I don't expect my man to be fighting everybody looking at me. Just know you're dealing with a grown woman who's not even paying those people any attention at all. Like today, Russell Wilson said it best. He gave 5 things he wanted in a woman. I won't go over the 5, but I will go over one that I thought was 2. I thought was kind of like prove my point with this. He was on a podcast, and the guy was like, "How did you know Sierra was the one?" And we all saw Russell Wilson is like a bar. I mean, he is the bar. He said, of course, woman of God, of faith. And he said a woman that shifts the room. And before he even explained what that meant, I knew what he meant. And she's absolutely stunning. I mean, her style, her swag, she's the bomb, she's the boss. You know, her, Beyonce, Rihanna, they're all that. They just happen to be celebrities. But you got people who are like that who are just not celebrities. And I know, I mean, this is not to, I guess you can toot your own horn, whatever. But when I do go places, I tilt to room. Like my ex-fiance, him and his silly friends will call that a woman who is they would call it a woman who is a red dress or a gold dress woman. Gold dress or red dress. The woman that everybody will go, whoosh. Because before they had me and his best friend's current woman that he was with at the time, they didn't have that in their previous marriages. So, I mean, everyone, the room shifts with the positive energy, not just about the looks, their energy that they bring into the room, the looks just icing on the cake, their demeanor, their kindness, their spirit. Now, unfortunately, that does come with negativity sometimes, hate, disrespect that you have to kind of like really look over. But when you have God in your life and, you can brush a lot of stuff off. Like when I went out last week to go promo for my show at this place not far from my house, I was doing a video live and people were like shouting me out like, "Hey, Miss Red, da da da." 2 people walked into my video and started cussing and singing. Now the old Miss Red would have reacted differently. And it would have involved probably a high heel being, and I'm a tall woman. I mean, they were short and round and dumpy. And it would have reacted. I would have reacted a different way. So I just kind of like looked, and then looked, and just smiled. They were intoxicated, whatever, but it was because I was inside of the DJ booth or whatever. But I understand why. It was just like, I'm just glad I understand it. I'm used to it now. And then talking to my daughter, she's getting the same thing. She's always gotten the same thing, but we have different personalities. So I don't really like to go out, honestly, without a mate, but I can't not do my career, my promo for my stuff with saying, I gotta wait to get a husband. That's crazy. That's crazy. So it's like, what are you gonna do? Just not do your stuff? No, you gotta be careful and be smart. I'm not some person out here just crazy about it. But young women need to understand, no one's trying to compete with you. I don't have youth. I cannot compete with youth. I'm not trying to. So if someone, I always tell people this, if you have a woman and she's fine in her 40s, she probably gonna be fine for life. And by the end of this, the podcast today, the show, I'm gonna prove that with like a screen full of us. Yes, of us. Sometimes things come up, kids, divorces, being a teen parent, being kids come first, but things come up that kind of get us off task. But as you get older, you get better with time. You only get better with time. You know what I'm saying? So now, if you don't understand or can relate to this, that's fine. But sometimes you should maybe ask people for advice. And I was hoping somebody young would come on and say, you sound crazy, or you sound stupid, or whatever, just to give their opinion. But I knew I'm giving my perspective on this because I feel like I know how I get, and I get it a lot. You know what I'm saying? I've been called grandma. I've been called, whatever. Why is she wearing something that sexy at her age? Because I can, and I want to. Okay, so let's go to the next video and talk about it. Now, this is the still shot. Okay. Now, we all know this girl is the GOAT. Y'all know who that is? That is Bernice Burgos. That young lady is 45 years old. I'm 51. So she's been called a lot of names. The difference between me and her, obviously, is she's famous and I'm not. But, I can hold my own with her in a room. The difference is, like I said, I'm not famous and she is. But I think she is absolutely stunning. But she is a grandmother, actually. Her daughter is married and has a child. So that picture was taken at a birthday party. She attended someone's party where the person was in their either turning 30 or in their late 20s. I want to say it was Fabulous's daughter and his ex Emily's daughter. Their daughter together, Tania. And in the blogs, they roasted her saying she stole the attention from the birthday girl. This girl could probably wear like a potato sack and steal the attention from most people around her. She looks great at 45. You know what I'm saying? So, but she gets a lot of that. Girl, you too old for that. You too old for that. So I just brought her up because she's an example of that. Everyone knows that she's a celebrity and has been doing the Instagram thing for, a model, swimsuit model, Instagram model for a very long time. And she gets a lot of backlash for being like an attractive woman who's older, but doesn't dress like a typical 45-year-old woman. She's either 45 or 46, like right now. So Yeah, so I want to just kind of put that out there to give an example. Who else we got? Because we have to work. We got a young girl here talking about her job.
Don't nobody try you more than the older women with your job.
Can't hear it.
Miss Pearl, Shirley, I don't care that you 40 plus. If you want to start some beef with me, be ready to get in the field. Like,
Girl.
I don't know. I never understood why what it be that the older women always want to beef with the younger girls at the job. Like, do y'all think that we carry ourselves better or we look better? Like, what is it? You mad because my young self is doing what you doing and you 40 plus years old? Like, make it make sense. I don't understand. Like, no, for real, like Louise, if you know you're not cut out like that, if you ain't really ready to be for real, or be on that level for real, please stop playing with me. Please, respectfully. Thank you.
Girl, I don't understand how she had the audacity to come on there and say, calling out this rank like old lady names, Phyllis, Barbara, at her job, talking about why y'all messing with her or young women, because I'm gonna say we because I'm an older woman, 51. Why are we messing with them at their job? Because is it because they look better than us? Or be ready to come for her, be ready to come in the field and duke it out because, they look so much better. Now, that would have made more sense coming from someone that was a young person that looked like, we're talking about looks here. We're talking about aesthetics. I just can't. I don't want to. I'm just gonna say somebody that everyone knows. Somebody that looked like, I don't know, a top model who's 25. Okay, but because this girl's young. Because I went on her page and I scrolled and I scrolled and I scrolled. So she's a single mom, I believe, of like 3 or 4 kids. But the environment that she's in, I guess these women have made her feel like they're hating on her. There is no way on God's green earth the women that I have been looking up for my research for this podcast would have a inkling of a reason to hate on her. And she didn't even sound confident even talking about it. She kind of was whispering. I'm like, I said, is it our audio? Is it me and DC's audio? Is it the station? Because she wasn't even confident saying it. But I felt like maybe the job that she has, maybe those females are hating on. I want to see the females. I want to see Barbara and Stella, the name she want to call out to be being funny. Being funny. That's called, to me, age shaming. You're trying to age shame because you look like that at your younger years. So when you get to be Stella and Barbara's age, what's going to happen? What's going to happen then to you? While you sitting up here making fun of them, because they're already 50, 60, whatever. And you 20, 30 years younger than them. So what's going to happen then? Are you taking notes? Because when I went on your Instagram, when I checked your stuff, your lifestyle was not looking too great. Oh, okay. Well, again, and to back that up, 2 women here, which obviously one is me. Because I was making a point about this last year. On the left is Bernice Burgos. I just use her. I think she's a gorgeous woman. I mean, I don't like women, but I just think she's a gorgeous woman. On the left, and then you got your girl on the right. I was in the studio taking a little break, and I took a picture of myself. Found one online of us wearing similar outfits because a lot of clothes that she wears, I would wear, and I don't have the thing that she's had done. I think I wouldn't mind. She has more money than me, so I mean, would I get it done? Absolutely. I mean, I would love to get my boobs done. I mean, I ain't gonna sit up here and even front on it. But I was just trying to again show another still shot example of 45 or 46, whatever she is, and 51. Well, that was actually last summer, so 51. And I've lost weight since then. I've lost another like maybe 20 pounds. So again, similar outfit. I was in the studio. She's actually at a restaurant, and people were saying that her outfit was inappropriate for her age. They should not. This lady is not gonna walk around in no sundress with no sneakers on. That's not her style. That's why if you don't want a woman like that, then don't date a woman who's sexy. Sexy women dress differently than women who don't dress sexy. It's not the same thing. So, I mean, it's not. That's why I always say you got to date. You got to know who you're dating, know who you're with. Like, even today, Russ Wilson said, I would have dated someone. He said, I want somebody to have their own career. It could have been a teacher, a nurse, a volunteer person. But of course, I got a wife that does 1-2 step on stage. That's fine. I'm fine with that. But he wants somebody that was independent.
It's time for your ad.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's take a quick second and look at my ads. We'll be right back after these messages.
Drivers who've chosen Pinnacle Point DUI and driving schools for driving education. We don't just teach you to drive. We provide skills and confidence to navigate the road ahead. Our highly trained certified instructors also teach classes in defensive driving, DUI risk reduction, and other court-ordered classes, some offered remotely. Whether beginner or refresher classes, we meet the needs of each student with flexible hours. Visit our website for a location nearest you.
All right, y'all. That's my friend, my best friend. He owns a driving school and a couple of daycares. If you have a student that needs any driving lessons, Pinnacle Point Driving School on the south side, look them up. Young black man, support black businesses. All right. So round of applause for my best friend, Scott. Okay. Pinnacle Point Driving School. Thank you for the reminder, DC. Love you. All right. Moving on. So again, I'm using just visuals, y'all. Sometimes you need visual. I'm not getting a lot of calls in on this, but again, I'm going by how my life is, y'all. This is a thing where I understand what's going on. And I think the people that were going to come in, they didn't get the StreamYard prior to. So I am on live on, I don't think I'm even on TikTok. I'm on the wrong one. I'm not even on TikTok. I'm on the one where I don't even get that many.
Read your ad on the bottom.
Huh?
Read your ad on the bottom.
Okay. Let me come back to it. All right. So if you are a business looking to advertise, please contact me at the reddpodcast@gmail.com. Anybody, y'all. It doesn't matter what your business is. I just gave you a business for my friend has a driving school. It doesn't matter. We advertise anything. Hit me up, okay? Thank you. I would love it. Love the sponsor. Your business. Okay, now, this is a young lady who feels that she says, look, I'm not even a baddie. I'm not a baddie. She's a baddie. Okay, girl, you know what? I own and claim it. But hear her out, y'all. Hear this out. Her explanation.
Before y'all come for me, I'm not saying that I'm one of them. But why do y'all
get so mad when an older woman looks beautiful or just as beautiful as a younger woman. Y'all be like, ain't she 35? Ain't she 45? Ain't she 55? And who cares? Is there a rule that says only younger women can dress sexy? That only younger women can do X, Y, and Z? You
Tell
don't
it.
know what that woman has been through in life where maybe she couldn't be the best version of herself when she was younger. Maybe she the best version of herself now. Why does it bother you so much? Is it because she has both the wisdom and the beauty and she's a threat? Is that what it is? I'm starting to think some of y'all younger women are feeling threatened by
Mm,
beautiful,
mm,
older, sexy women
mm.
because they have the total package in
They
it
in the chokehold.
and it intimidates you. Because I know younger men, a lot of younger men like women who can bring more to the table than their looks. They have wisdom, right? They know how to cater to a man's needs outside of just cooking and cleaning, like mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And I'm not saying that there's no younger women that know how to do that, but with with time comes more wisdom and experience. You're probably going to do it a lot better than someone who's just getting out there. But it's crazy to me how y'all be hating so much.
Mm.
Are y'all okay?
Look, she even said the fact that look, this lady don't gain nothing. And first of all, if I was her, I wouldn't even say it. I'm not a baddie. I'm just saying. But the fact she put that out there, but you were trying to say, look, I ain't got no dog in this fight. But I have to say this. Why are y'all acting like that? Meaning, why are you being so about it? Because when I was 21, 22, I didn't give a doggone care about nobody in a whatever. Because again, like I said, I got my notes that say right here, if you're fine in your 40s or even late 30s, but I'm gonna go ahead and say 40s because you've done a lot by then, kids and all that stuff. You probably going to be now. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just leave it there. If you find in your 40, she's probably gonna find forever, especially if she drinks a lot of water, works out, watches what she eats, doesn't do crack, is not in these streets, and does the things that could make her life be longer. You know, does the things that could benefit her in the long run. But doing that without needing reminders or not needing forces or not needing threats. I'm going to leave you on her own. Like, I don't need nobody to tell me to go to the gym. I did that today for 3 hours on my own. I don't need anybody to tell me that. You know what I'm saying? So if a man does not want somebody, but see, a lot of men don't want women like that. Do you know why? Because they feel they want somebody that a lot of men don't want. Competition. A lot of men don't want competition. They feel like, you know what? I'm going to get somebody that no other man won't. That's fine. That's fine. Then again, you stay in your bracket. Just stay in your bracket. I saw a message earlier on TikTok or Instagram. One lady was like, she's an older lady, but she does these little sayings. She said, all women are gold diggers. Just get one that you can afford. I said, well, damn. Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. You know, meaning what person, like this weekend is Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's wedding in like off the south of France. Who would not want to get married in the south of France? And my engagement was in Europe. So now I don't want to get this last engagement was in Europe. I don't want to get engaged at Applebee's. Now that engagement was only a couple years ago. So now you think I'm gonna get engaged at Six Flags? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But again, you gotta know who you're dealing with. You know, and at the end of this, I'm gonna give a couple of my recent dating situations. I gotta use my own dating life because it's tragic. Couple of examples. All right, now, let's go to the next one. This is getting better and better, y'all. I'm telling y'all.
It's 2024. Can we finally address jealousy with older women in the workplace? Can I talk about it? Can I go ahead and address that? First, it's going to seem like support. It's really civilian. The T has been clocked, and I'm just here as a corporate baddie to let you know there is nothing that you're doing wrong. Your presence, your light, just remind others of why they could never. Just alone, who you are, how you step into the room, and how you shake people up alone makes people uncomfortable.
Right.
Because I apologize, or maybe I don't apologize that my presence upsets you. One thing about it and two things for sure. The more that you hate me and hate on me, the more that God loves on me. I'm not cocky. I'm covered. You better be careful how you treat me.
Oh, yes, honey. Yeah. Again, she said corporate America. That's probably even worse because people trying to get you fired. Going to the club or going to a restaurant or going to live music, who care about them folks? You can ignore them and like, girl, bye. You ain't gonna see you again. But when someone's at your job, you have to see them and someone could be trying to like plot against you. Like, for example, I saw a movie on Tubi. I'm not gonna go into the movie, but something that was not true. Somebody was like trying to set a teacher up, and knowing it wasn't true because she was jealous of her. I got you, girl, and was recording her, knowing good and well it was a lie because she looked better than her. Just jealous, girl. God does not like ugly. If I was in that situation, I would be like, well, what are you doing so I could learn from you? But instead, when you mess with people who are highly favored and blessed, you end up playing yourself on a whole different level where you lose your battle. And that means your heart is not pure. Look, your heart is not pure. And I got fresh mango juice in here. Fresh mango juice in here. Amanda, how much often do you feel you get harassed for not dressing your age? I get it daily. That must mean you look great, Amanda. Now, honestly, Amanda, when I am out and about running around doing errands and going to get my car washed or going to the store, I'm normally in a pair of leggings and a baseball cap like that. And even leggings, people are like, they looking, but they don't say as much because I'm like in and out the gym, all that kind of stuff. I normally get it more so when I'm like the way I'm dressed now. I get compliments like, oh, your body looks good, but I'm just like, yeah, whatever. So I get it all the time when I'm dressed up, more so like this. How often do you get it? And what is your reaction is my question. Do you say, mind your business? Are you just mad? Or you just walk away? Or go like this? Give them the whole, you're mad? I mean, because it's almost not even worth. It's like, it's genetics. I mean, it's like, I'm sick of people judging me. Yeah, you know what, girl? That means you look good, honey. You look good, girl. For me, now I will tell you this. Now this is don't do what I do. But when I was engaged, because I'm mindful now because I don't have a boyfriend anymore or a fiance. So I'm not with a man when I go out. If I leave here, I'm gonna go out, promote my show, be out for maybe 30, 40 minutes. I'm mindful now. I don't have protection from a man that I can trust. So when I would get up, go across the room or something, he was very self-assured because I would never cheat. You know, most of us, as you know, when you're attractive, we don't cheat. I hate to say it, but it's the ugly ones who cheat because we don't cheat. Because we don't have to do that. So get up, tilt the room. Men are just like, So it's like he would be sit back and be like, oh, that's mine right there. She's not looking. I'm looking. I mean, I've never been that kind of woman. So I take pride in how I carry myself. No man can take me from my man when I'm with someone. So now when I walk, even when I do have a man, if you're gonna look and gawk and judge, now I'm gonna give you a whole show. Okay, now I'm gonna give you a whole show. Cause I'm already wearing heels. I'm already 6 feet tall. So now I'm gonna give you a whole show, girl. Bye. Now I'm gonna give you a whole show, and you ain't gonna touch me because we don't want to go that route. Because you just don't want to go that route. So now I'm gonna give you a whole show. If you're going to look and stare and gawk, who she thinks she is. Now I'm gonna give you a whole show. I'm gonna do my Beyonce assassin catwalk. I mean, I do that anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I do that anyway. So I'm never gonna take my 6 foot self minus my heels and let me dumb it down. Girl, keep your head up. I tell my daughter that all the time. And I taught her that at a young age because my daughter's very tall. And I taught her that at a young age. Lift that head up high, because if you were the opposite and you were maybe overweight or big or not attractive, people will be looking, but they will be looking and laughing or looking and pointing for a different reason. You know what I'm saying? This is why I feel like I'm going to do this platform on a different note. I'm going to take this and I'm going to switch it up a little bit and try to help people, because I think I saw the other day, one girl was saying when she goes to work, she gets bullied every day at work. That's ridiculous, to get bullied every day at work. I have been out with my own fiance, and men have gotten slapped by their women, but the woman wants to fight me. Girl, my man ain't never not looking nobody but me. Mine is worse. I get told by husbands and sons. Girl, how old? Do you mind if I ask how old you are, Amanda? The range. That means you got it going on, girl. But girl, you can't. That's just how that. I mean, women who deal with that, it's not a one-time thing. It's been your life. It's part of your life, and it's not gonna go away. I mean, women who deal with that, because I've been dealing with it my whole life. Because I say, if I'm looking good at 51, imagine me at 21. I'm 53, married 27 years, 4 kids. Okay, good. You got a man who's self-secure, got your 4 kids. That's all that matters. And your man knows you committed to him, and you're even in a better place with that than I am. You know what I'm saying? So you can go out with your husband and feel that you have somebody to kind of like can protect you. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people are crazy. People, they may want to try to maim you or something because they are so not happy with themselves. So just keep doing what you're doing, girl. I mean, I'm a big believer in that. I always tell my daughter to be careful, be mindful. And I mean, even myself, I have to be mindful of that. But I cannot not promote my show to be like, oh, I'm a man. They all hate the way I dress and carry myself. Bump them. Exactly, girl. Okay, you get a a kiss. Because that's how, girl, I am not going to stop the way I dress. Now, if I choose to go out in sweats and all, I don't really wear sweats. I wear leggings. Because I'm ready to come with a whole legging line. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a tiny waist and I have a shape. So a legging line. I'm working on a clothing line. So, you know, I don't need to cover if I don't want to. But I'm covered up. I'm never going to be like fully exposed. But I'm going to be I like wearing fitted stuff. Nothing wrong with that. And then, I mean, I'm going to make all sizes. You ain't got to be a size 2. You know, but like, I love Beyonce. I love Beyonce. I mean, that's probably the only woman that I would want to be like, yeah, her life is perfect. She had a rich man. She had her own talent, got her own money. But everybody can't be Beyonce. But damn it, I'm gonna do me as much as I possibly can. But I tell you this though, if people are not hating, they're not worth hating. The thing is, when it's younger women, nobody's jealous of your holding stages. I've never been like that. I'm used to being in a relationship. But luckily you have that long marriage, you have your babies, you are good to go, Amanda. You are in a great spot. I thank you for your comment. I appreciate that. All right, again, I got to end with the GOAT, y'all. Let her walk that. Show it, DC. Her walking the BET. Hey. Song, girl. Walk it, girl. Take a burning Virgo. That girl, she be killing it. That girl be killing again. And they say, I mean, like, and folks be trying to shade her. People ask her questions, and they'll be in the background like snickering. You know, I'm like, the girls on the podcast, I'm like, first of all, you're hating. You're hating. But she's used to it, I'm sure. But the girl, that's the GOAT. I'm sorry. Her, Drea Michelle got that baby with that young player. Those are some girls who just gonna always be fine, no matter what. So for me, I'm not a hater. But I do get it, and that's fine. Keep your hate to yourself. So younger girls, we are eating y'all alive. Not all of women our age, but sounds like Amanda, myself, Beyonce is on a whole nother stratosphere, obviously, and she's a multi-billionaire. But nobody's jealous of y'all, and nobody wants y'all broke ass men either, right? So now I have this slide that I want to just show where it's no one's a celebrity, right? Where I think it's the last slide, I believe, where it's just a bunch of women who are just 50 and over and fine as all get out.
All I have left is your promo for the new YouTube, which we'll do in 3 minutes.
Okay. Well, no, thank you. You keep me in line. When I say I have the best producer, oh my God, he keeps me in line. All right. I guess I didn't send that. Okay. So now, Amanda, I want to tell you, keep doing what you're doing. The good thing is when you have a solid husband, people think when you are an attractive woman, you're for the streets. We're not. You just prove that by having a great marriage with the family. But I'm going to tell you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this topic. I'm going to address it again, but I'm going to make sure and get some people on because I had a young lady, Connie, wanted to come on, but she didn't get on for some reason. I don't know. She wasn't able to get on. She'll probably find out. I think she wasn't able to get on, whatever. But I'm going to make sure people get on because people are always, because I go through this all the time. So really quick, had a date. You know, I'm dating, y'all. I'm not married. So I had a date. And this guy, Amanda, it's me. It's me time, girl. They all growing up. I just wish they would let me be. They won't. I I'm just now getting to be me. My child is 28, 27. So they won't, girl, these kids will not let you be you. I've been a teen mom, washing uniforms and all that stuff, girl. They will not let you be you. They will not let you be you. All right, guys. This is my promo for my new show, my new episode, for my episode coming out on the YouTube channel. You got to check it out, y'all. Episode 8. It's coming out. This is with my host, my guest, with Debo. It's loading, y'all. It's loading on my YouTube channel. Episode 8, special guest Debo. He was the one that was on my show last, 2 weeks, DC, when he came in the studio. Hilarious. He said even DC was involved in the show. We were like, DC. So we got an episode, y'all. It's in production right now as we speak. It's going to be hilarious, y'all. You got to check it out. It's going to be coming out. I need y'all to check it out. I have 2 platforms. And, y'all, I just got the show upload. One show is uploaded on Spotify. And we're going to be on everything else very soon. So, meaning Apple, everything else. But right now, we are on Spotify. All episodes up to 7. And 8 is the one you just saw with that promo. All right? So, you guys, thank you for joining me. So, we got this tonight.
Read your bottom.
Again, the Miss Red Glam Room Confessionals. We didn't get any. It's okay. That's why I'm discussing my little whack dating life. You have any juicy, dark, deep sexual problems, relationship issues, or just need to get life advice? You want to get this shit off your chest? Well, guess what? Your girl, Miss Red. Tell me all about it, y'all. You can be featured on the Miss Red Glam Room Confessionals. You can be faceless, but you gotta tell me all the tea. Send me the story to the Red Podcast that's my own email. Yeah, I should know that. The Miss Red Podcast at gmail.com. Okay. Again, I won't give your name if you don't want it. I tell the story. I won't tell your name. We can change the name, but tell me the information. I only got 1 so far. We need more. Okay. We need more. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I gotta end with my diva, since I heard everybody saying, I'm just a 50-year-old. Look, I'm gonna start putting Beyonce music on. I can't do Beyonce music on my stuff. I don't want to do. Read my Coco Chanel book. What happened? I need y'all to share this live.